It was good. I'm Isaac Lee, and we're back with another review of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is episode number 4. The world is watching. Let's get straight into it. So we already knew at some point he was going to snap. At some point he was going to get his hands on that super soldier serum, but we didn't know exactly how he was going to react to it. And we knew that he had a bit of a inadequacy complex, because from jump they give him this mantle, this title of being Captain America, and he has to really like step into the shoes of Steve Rogers, and he has all these expectations that he says early on, and he's not equipped to deal with people that are already have the super soldier serum. And then on top of that, even when he's getting whooped by people that don't have the super soldier serum, like when he fights the Dora Milaje, he just sees that he's just out of his depth, and it just starts stacking more and more. So when you see him get his hands on that super soldier serum, and at first he just takes it, but then he has this little side conversation with Battlestar, like trying to get his perspective, saying, okay, if this were you, like, would you take it? And really try to weigh his options. And they never actually show when he takes it, but when he does, you can immediately tell there's something off about his personality. He throws that shield, and all of a sudden it's like it's sticking through the wall. I was like, and Sam definitely knew something was off with him. When he saw him bend up the rifle, I'm like, oh, he done took it. But man, another thing I didn't see coming, that there would be a death in this episode. When they were fighting Flag Smasher, and she hit Battlestar too hard, and I feel like she may have like crushed his sternum or something like that. The second I saw his head go limp, I was like, oh man, she done killed Battlestar. I was like, and here's the thing about it, I had nothing against Battlestar. Didn't know much about him, but didn't have nothing against him. I was like, you know, he had to kill him. I was like, you know what? I immediately thought about that scene from Boondocks when you had Riley Freeman say that, his grandfather who fought Stinkmeaner. He said,
dang, granddad, you done had to kill him.
and then what happens at the end when you see Captain America actually lose it, and it goes back to the title when it says the world is watching. I was like, oh man, because he kills the guy with the shield, and then he's just standing there. Everybody got their phone out. He's got blood on the shield. I was like, oh, okay. So now America's, I don't want to say hype man, but no, America's symbol, America's mascot, he done turned himself to be a killer. Another thing I never understood, why is he going around constantly introducing himself as Captain America? Steve never did that. There's too much ego with that. Like, hi, how you doing? I'm Captain America. I'm like, people don't care. Not only do they not care, but they know that you're not the real Captain America, and that you're really just filling in for somebody else. So that really like sticks it to him even more. Another thing that was interesting about this episode is that they got into ideals and philosophy, because the main character, well, the main Flag Smasher, she wants to find a balance, because all the funding and all this government support is going towards people that are coming back from that 5-year blip. Meanwhile, all the people that have been here, they're being ignored. And she like, okay, what about the people that have been here that were suffering before and still suffering? I'm like, okay, what happens to them? And she feels like they're being ignored. So her and her other team of Flag Smashers, who also have the super soldier serum, they're going to extreme measures. And in the last episode, you see that, it got to the point where Carly, she blew up a building with people in it. So now it's getting media attention. People are thinking that they're just extremists and anarchists, and it even gets to the point that even Zemo is saying that, she has more of a supremacist ideology. And that comes down to her having a one-on-one conversation with Sam, where Sam's able to just speak with her about, okay, what are your intentions? What do you look to have happen? And he's talking to her in a manner that's not confrontational, and he's able to actually understand where she's coming from. And everything would have went so perfectly. All Sam asked for was like, give me 10 minutes. Captain America just had to get impatient. And even when he tried to barge in the first time, Bucky, he steps in. He was like, no, you're not barging in there. And he even points out like, yeah, it must be so easy for you having that super soldier serum coursing through your veins. Ultimately, he ends up barging his way through and just ruins the whole thing. I'm like, Sam had it perfectly. Just a nice, calm conversation. He could have just went in, talked to her, came right out, got whatever information. Cap just had to he just had to escalate it. And here's the thing about it, as Marvel fans, we are giving Wyatt Russell, that's the actor, we're giving him too much grief. Yes, We are loyal to Steve Rogers, the Chris Evans Captain America. But man, we have to learn to detach the character from the actor. I have nothing against the actor of Wyatt Russell, but we gotta understand, it's like, and I'm sure he understands, you're putting yourself in a position of almost replacing someone that's so beloved, and that's just not gonna work. Matter of fact, we would act the same way if someone claimed to be Iron Man. It's like, no. There's only one Iron Man, there's only one Captain America, and no matter who was gonna quote unquote try to replace him, we were gonna hate him. It doesn't matter how great an actor they were gonna be, we were gonna hate him. I appreciate him stepping into this role because he had to have known. He had to have known. I'm like, you're being casted as a character like US agent who's basically meant to carry on the same ideals as Captain America. You're basically kind of replacing him. Of course you're gonna get some backlash. What I hope for in the future is that we see him in the films. I'd really be interested in seeing that. Another interesting thing, because at first I thought that one member of the Dora Milaje was just gonna show up, and it didn't even dawn on me that a whole team might show up. I thought she was just representing the Dora Milaje and coming alone. But when the whole team showed up, and I mean, Captain America tried to like throw some weight around, like talking about you don't have jurisdiction. The Dora Milaje like, we got jurisdiction wherever we go. I'm like, even when the one girl flipped up his shield and was able to like handle it better than him, he just looked like so much of a rookie. You can kind of understand why someone in his position would want to take that super soldier serum. But of course, you know, the one thing everybody knows about that super soldier serum is that it amplifies who you already are. Think about Steve Rogers, is that he was already a good person. So when he took the super soldier serum, it made him a great person. With John Walker, he has, like I said again, an inadequacy complex. So now he tries to work that out by using the super soldier serum that gives him even more of an inadequacy complex, because now he's in a position that he really doesn't fit. And it's not entirely his fault. You also got to put the blame on the people that put him in that position. They kind of set him up to fail. I'm going on and on and on. But those are just my thoughts. But what are yours? And if you like what I had to offer, hit that like, subscribe at the bottom. I'm Isaac Lee. This is The Rundown.